beautiful early fall Sunday here on the main line at the Higgins Soccer Complex. Two red-hot women's soccer teams take the pitch momentarily. The Villanova Wildcats and the Lehigh Mountain Hawks right here on YouTube. Good afternoon. Happy to have you with us. I'm Sam Cooperman. That's Steve Pannone. And Steve, you get a Villanova team with 3 consecutive shutouts and a Lehigh team on a 3-game unbeaten streak. Let's see who prevails today.
Yeah, sets up for a great matchup. Both teams playing their best soccer of the year and a really good non-conference battle here from Higgins.
Let's look at these two teams and how their seasons have fared so far. That's the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, and 0-2 start. They've rallied, and it started with a win at LaSalle on a rainy midweek night where they came back late to beat the Explorers 2-1, and they have not lost since.
And you see the draw against Drexel the last time out, converting their only corner. And he's telling you get opportunities in the final third, you got to finish. They were able to do it in the one opportunity they get to get that draw against Drexel.
So Lehigh playing well, and they get a Villanova team that's going to really challenge them. The Wildcats, the longest active streak of shutting out opponents in the Big East. 3-game winning streak for Samara Zem and the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that's the identity of her program. She's talked about it since the day she got here, is playing in that final third in terms of defensively. Starts with Hannah Dickinson in goal, her back four. And they've done an outstanding job in this 3-game winning streak, and they're looking to continue that today against Lehigh.
Villanova and Lehigh taking the pitch momentarily here on YouTube.
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world-class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Right here is where you make things. But the most important things you make here are memories. At Freedom, we understand what every part of your home means to you. That's why we take such a personal approach to helping veterans. So while there are lots of workshops, this one's different because it's a workshop in the garage of a home that's all yours. The home that Freedom helped you get.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
K.O.P.
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo.
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
From a simple fall to game-changing moments. When life gets heavy and you are pushed to your limits, Rothman Orthopedics is here so you can enjoy what matters most. With expert doctors, cutting-edge technology, and personalized care for every patient, we help you find your rhythm again. Your mobility, our mission. Rothman Orthopedics.
The Wildcats and Mountain Hawks meet today at the Higgins Soccer Complex, and Villanova has been on as impressive a run of late as you could say anybody in the Big East. 300 consecutive minutes of shutout soccer dating back to their second game of the season at nationally ranked Wake Forest as the Wildcats get ready to put their starting 11 out there.
Should be a good one, Sam. And both teams, like you say, playing their best soccer of the year. So it should be an interesting matchup between two pretty local rivals, I would say.
Yeah, just about 50 miles between these schools. Easy Sunday trip. Lehigh playing well. Additionally, coming off the draw against a good Drexel team on Thursday night, and that was with as we've become accustomed to of late in this area. A weather stoppage. It was about an hour lightning delay there up in Bethlehem, but Lehigh was able to play 1-1 with a Drexel Dragons squad.
Well, I'll go and jinx it, say we shouldn't get a weather delay today because the weather looks pretty good. A little overcast day, nice, not too warm. Good day for soccer.
Yeah, pristine conditions here. Light breeze, low 70s. Certainly very different from the opening week of the season when you had sweltering upper 80s conditions here on the pitch at Villanova.
See the flag blowing. Wildcats huddled up as we get ready to start this.
Samara Zem, fourth-year head coach of the Wildcats, going against another fourth-year head coach, Lauren Calabrese, for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Lehigh with Maggie Usujoglu in goal for the first half, at least. The last three during that win streak, Coach Calabrese has been swapping goalies first to second half. It's been Usujoglu who's the incumbent four-year starter, and then Aria Mabry-Francis has been getting the second half, so we'll monitor that as you see Usujoglu out of Bridgewater, New Jersey, in your picture.
Yeah, both players, I guess, deserve playing time. At least that's what Coach Calabrese feels at this time, so someone can kind of stand out and maybe identify themselves for the full 90 minutes.
With the first touch from Sophia Liss, we are underway from Villanova. Hannah Curtin pressuring up top. She's been named to Big East Weekly Honor Roll. 2 goals in her first 4 games, the Wildcat.
They force a quick turnover here.
Neal, the right back, playing up. Surveys the box and will cross. Headed out of harm's way. And kept in there high from Kaluch.
It looked like Cardo made a run in the box to try to get ahead on the end of that. She unfortunately was unable to.
So goal kick for Lehigh, facing early pressure. It was the center back Elliot Forney out of Doylestown, who had the header on that cross. Three consecutive shutouts for Villanova as Freeman Warren plays one ahead. Got funneled through by Dobashevitz.
He's got some space here too.
Latini on the move. Villanova does have numbers back defensively.
Yeah, just a bad touch there. Got too far out in front of her. Easy turnover for Villanova. See Curtin a little bit back. Usually she's up in her forward position.
And out of play.
And not Little's best touch there. She tried to go down the sideline. Kicked it over to touchline.
Curtin, Nelson, and Little, the three up top for the Wildcats, with Panaccioni, Pardo, and Kaluch in the midfield. Neal, Palmer, Dopsch, and Gambardella defensively for the Villanova Wildcats, with Hannah Dickinson in goal. Villanova again, heavy pressure. Place was in some trouble momentarily as the Mountain Hawks will turn it over. McCallum, Forney, and Freeman Warren back, with Latini, Pluck, Place, and Hill starting for Lehigh. Dobashevitz, Connor, and Liss starters in the front for Lehigh. Villanova has been aggressive early, stepping right in those passing lanes.
Yeah, the press has been effective. It's forced a couple of Lehigh turnovers.
Kaluch for Neal. She was met by Savannah Connor the first year with 2 goals to lead Lehigh through their first 5. Try to get a run with Dobashevitz, but not happening. Here's Little. Cuts in, looks for help.
It's a little too much on that. Ricardo to control it.
What a start to the year Amalia Cardo has had. Hits her right in the back that time. She scored in the opener against Michigan on a PK off the post and in, and 3 assists, leading the way for the Wildcats with 5 points. And throw in Lehigh. Victor Borges, our official, assisted by Mark Godfrey and Kenny Freeman today. And Wildcat throw-in coming up.
Both teams very anxious a little bit. Just a lot of first touches getting away. A little bit of maybe early match jitters here.
Villanova did not have a midweek game this week. Last outing was at Bucknell, another Patriot League team. Beat the Bison 1-0 on the road. Hannah Curtin, the lone goal. And that'll stay with the Wildcats.
Neal wins the throw-in.
Curtin tries to weave through, but Dobashevitz takes it off her foot.
Good one touch there.
Looking ahead, Liss, the recipient of that pass. Sophia Liss out of Princeton, New Jersey, looking for reinforcements. So late run into the box, nearly effective.
Yeah, good job by Palmer just to slow that play up enough for her teammates to get back into position. They were a little bit stretched out there.
Meredith Palmer, the anchor of that Villanova back line. Freeman Warren slow to get up. Eden Freeman Warren out of St. John's, Florida.
Here's the touch, just a little clip behind the back of the heel there.
Free kick played in from McCallum, and now Villanova repossesses. Nelson, the freshman.
Good ball there to create some space for Cardo.
Get that through, wanted Curtin, but a little too far.
Yeah,
and little up front as well.
A little bit of, it's probably just a little bit too much pace in that for Curtin to be able to control it.
Early on, Lehigh has been on the defensive here. They've tried to take their opportunities when they've been there, but Villanova has been the primary aggressors. 6th minute from Villanova. Forney connects with Connor. Tried to drive that one ahead, but it was Dumch that got in the way. Place for Freeman Warren here. Lehigh in the middle third. Tried to chip that one for McCallum out of play. Touch for Cardo here, and it'll leak out. Another throw-in. Curtin being pressured, and a foul called.
Good job playing with her back to goal there, just trying to get possession for her team. She draws the foul.
Kat Pluck out of Gwynedd Mercy Academy. Culprit on the foul. Gambardella trying to slide that through. Palmer back to repossess. Sophia Liss getting the start. She had the game winner against NJIT a couple games back. 2-1 win for the Mountain Hawks. A couple 2-goal outings for a Lehigh team that last year really struggled to score the ball, less than a goal per game in 2024. Right now, 6 goals in 5 games, so trying to improve upon that.
Good job by Neal, stepping in front of that pass.
Neal leads it, crosses, got to Curtin, and she nearly directed that one on goal. Well done.
But it was well done. She got her right foot to it, the outside of her boot, just a little bit wide. You'll see it here. Neal with a good cross here, keeps her head up, locates Curtin, just gets the outside of that right boot just a little bit wide.
It's a tight window to try and get that through. And Villanova taking advantage of that opportunity. Elliott Forney twists her way ahead. Intercepted, Neal. Freeman Warren. Looking for Connor on the run.
See Palmer on both sides of the pitch. A really nice job from her center back position.
Little breaks through. Malia Cardo. And Villanova approaching that final third again. Curtin, the turn, keeps it in. It got to Kaluch. It's wide. That's really well done.
Yeah, good job by Curtin. Kaluch try to direct it towards that near post. Just you see here on the spin, she'll get the right outside the right foot to it. Just unable to get it inside that post.
She finds the junior Gabby Kaluch, who is coming in, and gets a quality shot off. Usujoglu is not faced a shot on goal yet, but she certainly has had to be on her toes in this one. The lone goal Drexel scored against Lehigh on Thursday was an own goal. Ball just kind of hanging around in the box in the first half. And it's back with Curtin, and flags up offside.
Yeah, I don't think that she was in an onside position to start. And then the quick turnover, she never was able to get herself back onside.
10th minute at Villanova. Some quality possessions for the Villanova Wildcats. Lehigh's had to work really hard to bring it through the middle third.
There's another turnover. This press is really hurting Lehigh right now. Villanova doing a good job of forcing turnovers.
Nelson steers it in. Crosses. And that nearly got to Little back post.
It's going to be a goal kick. No one touched it. Went all the way across. Curtin had a shot at it. Kaluch was up there. And then Little at the back post. Nelson showing her pace. I take that back.
Yeah,
Curtin
I didn't
get ahead on that.
I didn't see it hit Curtin's head either, but she did get.
She tried to direct it to the far post, just a little bit wide.
Yeah, it looked like that ball had overshot her and was waiting for Little. So once again, Villanova creating a little chaos and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, this Lehigh really having a tough time getting out of their third. Villanova's press has really been effective.
Little fakes. McCallum sticks with her, crosses, hangs up there and just a little high on the header. Curtin was waiting.
And Curtin, not an overly tall player by any means, was able to get up and get ahead on that. She seems to be around the goal in terms of finding her head or foot, getting something on it. I feel like the Wildcats can keep this pressure on. They should be able to get one.
Not that Lehigh wants to be consistently facing this kind of pressure, but at the same time, they've shown early in the season to be able to work within that framework. They were outshot 12-8 against Drexel Thursday, and corners went 10-1 to the Dragons, but it went to a 1-1 draw. Lehigh is able to bend but not break pretty well.
Comfortable playing in these types of games. But at some point, they're going to have to at least mount some better play in midfield.
It's been a sloppy start for them. Cardo. Kaluch. Out for Neal. The right back, Neal. Last one, and that's angled high and wide.
Yeah, not her best effort there. Probably one she'd like to have back. Try to take a little something off that, get it into just outside the 6-yard box and give your teammates an opportunity to get on the end of it.
So you have to like for Villanova just how they've been able to attack.
Yeah, looks like Freeman Warren's down here. She had a little issue with the back of her heel earlier in the game. Curtin kind of gave her a little nick, and now she's going to go down.
Eden Freeman Warren with starts in 4 of her team's first 5. And see that last.
3 Wildcats in the box, so if you get that around the 6-yard box, you give them an opportunity to get on the end of it.
I think she wanted that to kind of hang there a little more back post, but a little too strong a touch as Warren gets stretched out. Wildcats and Mountain Hawks meet fairly frequently. Didn't play last year. 2 years ago, it was a 1-1 draw between these teams. All-time series, Villanova 8-3-3. against the visitors in brown and white. So we had talked about off air that we've seen the hydration break take place early. That's not the case here. Obviously, it's just a matter of Freeman Warren calling for the trainer, and now these teams do get an abbreviated chance to talk things over, as you see Freeman Warren there trying to stretch out her ailment. Hannah Dickinson leading the Villanova huddle. The senior keeper with 3 consecutive shutouts. One of the top keepers in the Big East. All conference last year and having a great second year at Villanova as well.
Certainly headed that way if things continue the way they are right now.
5 games played, 15 saves for her, less than a goal allowed per game.
Freeman Warren's just gingerly making her way towards the sideline, but on her own powers, you see her there trying to see if she can get that loose.
So at the very least, you figure she's going to come out here.
Yeah, trainer came on the field taking her off, but hopefully she'll be able to come back at some point. So an interesting to look at, your top center back goes out. A team that's been under a little bit of pressure.
Looks like they're going to slide Faith Dobashevitz back there.
Yeah, I see her doing that. Did you see who came on? Sam, I missed it. I apologize.
I didn't see anyone come on. And what may be happening is Freeman Warren kind of waits on the side. She gets a minute to test it out and see if she can just come right back in.
So they'll play with 10 until she can decide what the issue is, or if she's healthy enough to go on.
She's jogging it off to the side right now. So we'll monitor that.
Gabby!
Connor couldn't break through, but it's a Lehigh throw-in.
Yeah, so Lehigh a player down right now.
We have to be more secure back here.
And it's out for Cardo. Try and get that ahead. Anachoni leaves it.
Gambardella runs it down and finds Curtin, who looks for Nelson, who's got great pace, but just going to be a yard too short.
And now there's a Mountain Hawk in the warm-up penny, jogging on the side. So we'll see as Freeman Warren heads back towards the pitch.
I think Lauren Calabrese is going to say, how long do I want to go with 10 here? I don't want to lose my center back, but if she can't go, I got to get somebody else out there.
So we'll see how Lehigh decides to play that. Right now, outnumbered. And that's a potentially dangerous ball, but Neal has to go back for it. She will get a throw in.
Sorry.
Curtin is able to steer that one to Cardo. Amalia Cardo, 3 assists this year already. Sends one back post.
And
on the rebound, Little heads that towards the goal. It's loose in the box, and it's slid in. Villanova scores, and the Wildcats once again see a goal go in from Hannah Curtin, her 3rd as a Villanova Wildcat.
We talked about her, Sam, being in the right place at the right time, just being around the goal, and she's able to put her rebound away with her left foot right into the back of the net and give the Wildcats a 1-0 lead.
Lehigh player down. Cardo so creative.
And that ball's deflected there. Now you see the header come out. I thought Little did a good job there getting it close to goal. Could have been a potential handball there, and then you just see Curtin, nice job, left foot, kept it low, and finds the back of the net.
There's trouble with the clearance on the back line.
Yeah, I thought there could have been a potential handball there. Wildcats don't need it now as Curtin puts it in the net.
15th minute goal from Hannah Curtin. She's now got goals in 3 of her first 5 games for Villanova. What an addition.
Freeman Warren is now back on, a little bit too late, unfortunately, for Lehigh, as they give up that first goal.
Villanova with the early strike. And the Mountain Hawks throw it in. And it felt like Villanova was due with just how persistent they had been on the attack. But certainly a tough break for Lehigh all the same, with being player down there after the Freeman Warren injury. She's back out there now, as we said. In the direction of Curtin, got a piece of it. McCallum. Go back to keeper Usujoglu.
Watching Osagulu, she's played everything short when it's come back to her.
You know, the other keepers we talked about who has been in the last 3 matchups for Lehigh where they've been unbeaten. Aria Mabry Francis Jr. out of Baltimore. A little bit of a taller keeper than Usujoglu. So they've gone half by half. So that 2-0-1 record over the last 3 for Lehigh has gone to Mabry Francis. As Usujoglu finds it back on her foot again. Novashevitz plays it. And Achoni nearly got in there.
That ball over the touchline for a Villanova throw-in.
Strong start for the Villanova Wildcats here. Now have a 5 goals for, 2 goals against margin on their home turf. 3 consecutive wins. Shut out Columbia here 1-0. As this gets back into the box, this could be trouble for Lehigh. Shot, and Villanova goes up 2-0. It's Nelson to put the Wildcats up 2.
The freshman gets her 2nd goal of the year, and the Wildcats don't lay back when they get that first one, and that's the thing. Just stay on that front foot. Pick up a 2nd one here in the first half. So it's about 17 minutes in, Wildcats with a 2-0 lead. See the good throw in there. And it's just Nelson showing her pace. Gets around, keeper comes out. She beats her to the near post.
Curious if end up being an assist on that, because it was a really nice touch to set that up. But Avery Nelson, her 2nd goal at Villanova, scored them both at home in the 85th against George Mason a couple weeks back. She scored her first college goal out of Dix Hills, New York. And Lehigh trying to regroup here. Lehigh has not even taken a shot yet, let alone a shot on goal. It has been constant pressure that has netted 2 goals for Villanova.
Avery Nelson having a fine freshman year.
In speaking with Samara Zem before the first matchup against Michigan last month, she had said in terms of the newcomers that have really stood out to her, put Nelson right up there at the top of that list. The way that she's just able to create some offense.
Yeah, she's got an individual skill and pace in terms of her speed that manifests itself at this level.
Novashevitz wanted to find McCallum, but it's not there. And once again, Villanova takes over possession. Work with Neal. And Little got position and gets a throw in for her team.
Volley check, volley check.
Tried to squeeze it through and didn't see when she came in, but Amina Barua out of Easton, PA is out there for Lehigh.
She's a junior. Local product, Easton.
And Abby Lee Sinogo is also out there, so didn't see those substitutions take place, but it happened not too long ago.
Coach Calvary's not happy, obviously, with the start, so she's going to make some changes, try to get some different people out there, see if Little can run on the end of this.
Gets there, crosses, headed centrally. I believe that was Sinogo that got the piece of it. Cardo, Kaluch. Gambardella in towards Cardo, and foul's going to go against Villanova, but Lehigh once again having to play in its defensive third and face some heat from the Wildcats.
I didn't see a foul on Villanova. Let's take a look at it. Guess they're going to say, going to call it on Cardo, I guess. Thought she was first to the ball there, but referee saw it differently.
So just some housekeeping. It was Savannah Connor that came off, as well as Eden Freeman Warren for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Nice move. That's place.
Yeah, one right by Gambardella there. She went for the steal, didn't get it. Palmer there, her teammate backing her up.
Villanova back four has not been tested much, but they haven't let anything get in the general vicinity of their stellar keeper, Dickinson.
Yeah, Palmer's been all over the pitch in that back four. Touchline to touchline.
She was named a Big East player to watch coming into the year, and she has delivered so far. Barua is towards the ball. And Liss out of play.
Really probably Lehigh's best opportunity of the game right there. That's how good Villanova's been defensively.
Really haven't been many possessions for Lehigh that have been settled. So trying to play at their pace, but Villanova has dictated things.
Yeah, Villanova's just been a little bit quicker to the ball. There's a giveaway though here for Lehigh.
It's knocked away and ultimately cleared. Villanova does have to avoid situations like that, because this could be an opportunistic Mountain Hawks team. Dobashevitz, she had a brace against LaSalle in their team's first win of the year. Forney, the center back, approaching. Attempting to brush off Curtin.
Look at Curtin all the way back in the defensive half defending.
Dopsch. Liss with the touch out wide, and place out of play. It was off of Villanova. Wildcats still with their starting 11 out there, and for good reason. Still early enough, and everything has gone according to plan so far.
And we're 21 minutes in here.
Summerhill created the throw in for Lehigh. It's through and popped out of there by Palmer.
Curtin, good one touch there.
Off the Dopsch intercept. Sonogo. Quick touch by Barua. Finds McCallum. And broken up.
It's Palmer again.
Palmer, like you said, Steve, she's everywhere, and it's just a lot of smart plays from her. It doesn't have to necessarily be the flashiest play.
Yeah, just she's always in the right position. That should be a goal kick, and it is. You know, it's just positional soccer in terms of where she needs to be. If her teammate's up, she slides over. She's in the middle, and she'll go sideline to sideline depending on what her fullbacks are doing. She's just one of those players that seems to be in the right place at the right time.
First time the ball has been with Hannah Dickinson since we've started. So now she'll size up.
Yeah, she hasn't had a ball in live play yet. This is, you know, 2 goal kicks.
Dobashevitz.
And she'll let that go out for another goal kick.
Villanova has one at the touchline ready to come in. So first sub for Villanova, they go with Koch.
Yeah, Morgan Koch in for Curtin. And they've been doing this pretty consistently. They play each about a half of a half, and then they'll do the same in the second half. So Curtin obviously off to a great start with that goal. Koch had a bunch of shots on goal the last time I was here.
Seven,
win.
Yeah, it was 7 against George Mason.
Yeah.
That was the most for a Wildcat since 2023.
So nice depth at that striker position for the Wildcats this year. And you always have a set of fresh legs out there usually with those 2 players splitting minutes.
Neal Broken up by Sinogo. Dobashevitz. Hill motors ahead. Kaluch back to center.
Another good ball. Look at Nelson's speed here.
Showcasing it, and it will be a goal kick, but it was an interesting one, and that's due to the speed of Avery Nelson. '15th and 17th minute goals from Villanova have the Wildcats in business up 2-0 here in the 25th. Palmer from Dopsch. Gambardella going up. Nelson again on the run. A lot of running for the freshman, Avery Nelson. It's not phasing her one bit. Coach describes her as lightning quick, and you've been seeing it this whole first half. She had the second goal for the Wildcats and is consistently logging miles up and down the turf.
That kind of effort's just contagious to your teammates. They see her putting in that kind of effort. They say, how can I not do the same?
Barua controls. Quality idea. McCallum gets there. Dobashevitz. Little time and space here for Lehigh. Hasn't been the case much this half. Pluck. Was hauled in by Hill. Save for Dickinson. So Summerhill takes the first shot for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, but Hannah Dickinson with the routine save.
And that was a pretty good strike from where she was. Dickinson had it lined up here. So you knock it down. Now gets a break on a bounce. Gets right to the box. Dickinson in the right position, able to corral it easily, but a nice effort there from the Mountain Hawks. Look at that kick from Dickinson, almost all the way down the other penalty box.
Usujoglu claims it, and it seems like over the last few minutes, Lehigh's been able to settle in a little more. Got behind the 8 ball here, but have seen some better touches from them of late. Usujoglu. It's Villanova possession. Anaccioni for Gambardella. Liss got tangled up. Dobashevitz ahead. Villanova with numbers back.
And both Dobbs and Palmer there.
Neal with some running room in front of her. Right back playing up. Forced out wide by McCollum. And that'll be a goal kick.
Good defense there by McCollum. Just Neal never got an opportunity to cross that ball. McCollum step for step with her the whole way.
First time in for Tori Okorodudu, freshman out of Philadelphia.
Yeah, it looks like Sophia Liss will take a breather.
Two-time All-Public League at Masterman. So she's on for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks.
She'll play up front.
Usujoglu goes right to Little.
Yeah, she give that away. She hasn't played a lot of long balls. Maybe that's why.
Koch is able to circle it over to Cardo. Flick it out wide. Nelson's going to track it down, and she does. Allows Villanova to resettle the attack. And even though they didn't get much on that ball from Nelson, you could just see the thought process. It's organized, It's there.
Kind of knowing where each other are, where they need to be.
29th minute is coming to an end. Lehigh down a pair. Over the head of Dopsch. Goes to the safety valve, the keeper, Hannah Dickinson. Palmer back for her. Shots 5-1 in favor of the Villanova Wildcats. Cardo wants Little, through ball, gets there. She's on. Alex Little puts the brakes on. Gets a left-footed shot. Oh, that was a good one. And cleared out of harm's way. It looked like it hit a hand on the way in, maybe. No, there's a player down. That's why we're stopped. As there's a player down for Lehigh on the side. Here's another look.
Yeah, good job here, Little. I thought it showed good patience there. Now it's going to go right in the middle. This guy looked like it got knocked down before Koch could get on the end of it.
Yeah, player down for Lehigh is why we're stopped here in the 30th. Did not see exactly what happened or who it is, so I think they're calling for a little more attention here. So
this could be a while.
So I think we'll step aside here with 15 minutes left in the first half. 2-0 Villanova here on YouTube.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin, like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin, like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Back to action here at the Higgins Soccer Complex. Summerhill off the field for Lehigh, hoping she's all right. And she was helped off, which is why we were stopped. We'll resume play momentarily with a 2-0 lead in hand for Villanova as they look for a fourth consecutive win. They've had shutout wins in their last three and have taken a early, comfortable lead over the Lehigh Mountain Hawks.
And see Hannah Dickinson once again leading that huddle. I think it's you know, we got 15 minutes in this half. Let's continue to play the way we played the first 30. No let up. Continue to be strong. Nothing wrong with getting a third.
Goals in the 15th and 17th minutes for the Wildcats. First one from Hannah Curtin on a ball that was hanging around in the box. Rebound opportunity, poked it in. And then the second, couple minutes later, from the rookie Avery Nelson. Curtin's third of the year, Nelson's second. So we'll resume play here with Neal setting up for a free kick. Or no, sorry, throw in. Lehigh had cleared it out when that whistle had blown after Villanova was attacking.
Toulouse didn't get the angle on she wanted to. She was trying to swing that towards the 6-yard box and just kicked it wide.
Cyndia Labissiere is the player that's come on for Summerhill for Lehigh. Labissiere last year, 3rd team All-Patriot League. Team's leading scorer with 3 goals and an assist for 7 points. So Labissiere looking for her first point of this season. Certainly has the ability to pack a scoring punch if Lehigh can create some opportunities. First touch for Labissiere. Nothing. Sunogo.
Good
Still
move there, yep.
Yeah. Snow with it, but eventually got baited into that turnover. Cardo. A little behind Kaluch. Little weaves her way through. Little on the run. Nice ball. It's loose inside, and Usujoglu dives on it.
Yeah, Morgan Koch, who likes to play with her back to the goal, tried to turn on that one. Just couldn't get anything on it.
Here's another look.
Great run by Little here. And you see Koch gets a right foot, too. It's just her first touch comes up a little bit high on her, and unable to get around the Lehigh defender, Sunogo.
And Sunogo sealed her off pretty well there once that ball got loose inside the 6. So 32nd minute, and Lehigh.
Yeah, Villanova doing a good job really just forcing Lehigh. Every time they make a successful touch, they got to go backwards with it. Been unable to swing together 2 forward passes. It's been one up the pitch, and then Villanova forces the next one backwards towards the Lehigh goal.
And a couple starters have battled some injuries here in this first half for Lehigh. Summerhill just going off, and the first goal coming when Lehigh had 10 players, when Eden Freeman Warren come out with injury, and after the trainers had come on, waiting to see if she can come back in on the sideline, and Lehigh elected to go with 10, and during that, Villanova put in its first goal. Nice ball as Kaluch finds Little. Cross. And just not quite there, but a rebound is Cardo. Villanova up 3-0.
Beautiful play. And it all started with Olivia Neal she split 2 defenders, got the ball up the pitch, and then a beautiful cross. And Cardo able to put it left foot on the end to finish that one.
An offensive explosion in this first half.
Yeah, Neal found Kaluch right there. There's a great ball here to Little. Little uses her pace. She runs on the end of this one, able to get a cross off. Koch with a miss, but here comes Cardo to finish it with the left foot.
I wonder if Chukwu will get an assist here. I don't know if it was intentional, but look, no, that was just
Koch.
maybe the.
I think it came off of Koch.
No, but on that back post, I wasn't sure if that had hit Chukwu there, who was camping out, but I think it might have just had a weird backspin. But however the case, it found Cardo in her 2nd of the year. Villanova firing on all cylinders. Their highest scoring outing of the year.
And all in 33 minutes.
Yeah, so that must not have hit Chukwu. The assist to Koch. Koch had just come on, her first assist of the season. The sophomore from Yardville, New Jersey. 3-0 Villanova. And Amalia Cardo has been stellar here as the primary center mid for Villanova this year.
Yeah, like we always talk about with the hockey assist. It started with Neal, who had a great ball to Kaluch, who had a great ball to Little, who had a great cross. So half the team involved in that one. And we talked about just the cohesion this group's got today. You really see that in their passing.
And shot fired wide.
Yeah, just to kind of reiterate, it started with a fullback. You get the ball in the midfield, you get one of your wingers involved, then your striker to flex it, and one of your midfielders comes in and delivers the goal.
2 of Villanova's 3 goals today, deemed assisted. Didn't mention it before, so we'll mention it now. Alex Little got credit on the curtain goal that she poked in the box. So the assist from Little that time was her 2nd of the year. And then this last assist from Koch. Korodudu off. One shot on goal from Lehigh, 2 shots altogether. The last shot came from Lola Wojciechowski. She had just come on, and that was Lehigh's 2nd of the day. Cardo here.
See how much more space Villanova has in midfield when they get the ball compared to what Lehigh has.
Chukwu speeds in, wants a cross, and cleared out of there. "35th minute. All things Villanova here on this Sunday. Little for Neal.
Nice overlapping run by Neal.
Cross. And Villanova quickly repossesses. Kaluch back for Little. Drives one high, and Usajoglu with the basket catch.
See, even an opportunity there where you think Lehigh might have a chance to counter after the errant shot. Just nothing. Villanova just keeps their shape, gets back, and gets the press back in place here.
McCallum from Sunogo. Let's see if Lehigh can get something here before halftime.
Good recovery by Palmer to knock that one over the touchline.
Wanted Cynthia Labissiere, who would come on a few minutes back. Lehigh has had 5 players come in off the bench in this first half. Villanova comparatively with 2. Wojciechowski tried to chip that one over to the side. And that'll be out of play. The final home matchup for Villanova before Big East play starts. Next 2 will be on the road, as Wojciechowski once again is on the run, approaching the 18. Latini trying to free herself. Rolls one over. Wojciechowski attempts to stick with it. Takes a Lehigh-friendly bounce. McCallum sends one airborne for Dickinson.
She'll settle it down here. Some good sustained pressure from Lehigh. Probably their best handful of minutes of the game right there.
And for Lehigh, it's obviously not been the start they've wanted here today, but just how they can respond to it will be important for them as they gear up for Patriot League play. They got another Big East team on the docket in a week's time. They host Seton Hall over at the Ulrich Sports Complex for their conference opener against Bucknell. Kayla Raghunandanan is over at left back for the Wildcats. She had just come on
as well.
Sneaking a lot of subs on here. All of a sudden you look, and I didn't see that number on before.
I think Gambardella went off.
Chukwu.
Beautiful move.
Yeah, she breaks free. Just fought off the ball. I believe it was Barua who chased her down. It It was Barua once again stepping in. Chukwu lays it back. Ragu Nandanan, the freshman who's come in and has been a fixture in the back four for the Wildcats. Good control from Wojciechowski. Seeing some quality work from her as the Lehigh faithful start to see play improving. Labissiere. She got that for Latini.
Looks like Olivia Marone is on as well. I don't know where all these subs are coming from.
I guess they wait exactly for every moment we look briefly down. And they're all coming in. He took Paniccioni's spot in the Villanova 11 here in the 40th minute. Some fresh legs for Samara Zem's group. Ball finds Little. Controls it.
Yeah, nice work by her.
Chukwu tried to find Cardo. He's got one of the 3 Wildcat goals this half. 15th, 17th, and 33rd minute goals for Villanova, their highest scoring output of the season. And Wildcat throw in for Ragu Nandanan.
Ragu Nandanan going to go long down the line. Finds Koch.
Kept in by Usujoglu. Had an opportunity for a goal kick, but decided to keep that on her foot. See if that can lead to a Lehigh counter. Korodudu with the centering pass. They want to find Labissiere. Neal had cut in, defended it well.
A really nice piece of defending by Olivia Neal there. Didn't panic at all. Give away from Ragu Nandanan.
It's Cat Pluck. Korodudu. Cross headed out of there. Finds Labissiere and doesn't get a shot off. Bodied by Neal. She got ball first. A hard but clean tackle. Cross. Nobody home.
Neal has time here if she wants it.
Little momentum was building there for Lehigh. Now on the counter for Villanova. Little from Koch. Takes a powerful touch, catches up to it. Low cross was taken out of play by Forney.
Cardo was right there. Be Wildcat throw in.
So the composure that Villanova showed, even with Lehigh attacking for that last minute, and then leading to a pretty successful counter. 42nd minute.
And Neal, the grad student back there, so they're pretty experienced. Dobbs, the grad student as well. Palmer just a sophomore. Looks like another sub's going to come on for Lehigh. Next, Barua is going to go off.
Looks like it's Dakota Russell, senior midfielder from Gainesville, Virginia. And it is. That's her second appearance of the season. So she'll get some time here with the first half winding down. Neal. Koch back out towards Little. And it'll stay this way. Throw in. Koch controls, shoots, and that's knocked in by a member of the defense.
But credit Koch for getting that turn and on goal. It's going to be an own goal, but credit Koch for getting that right on net and creating the havoc in front.
Forney was there trying to clear that away.
Good spin and turn. It's a really impressive shot. That's a good save from the keeper.
Yeah, I think that Forney didn't think that Usujoglu would get her hand on it, and once she did, that threw off the timing. And
sure, that'll
it's
be
credited to Koch,
okay.
usually, I believe. Let's see if they how they'll score that. But a fourth Villanova goal. It's been offensive fireworks for the Cats.
We'll find out how it's scored, but Koch put a good strike on that ball and a good location as well to get that deflection off Forney.
.43rd. And Villanova continuing to dominate as own goal is the ruling.
I think the right one.
Yeah.
But don't take away from Koch the turn she had and the strike she had. Certainly led to the goal and the opportunity for Forney to try to clear it and cleared it into her own net.
The Wildcats have added on to their lead.
That's been the impressive part, Sam. You know, you get that first one, even the second one, then you're like, all right, we can sit back now. And I think Hannah Dickinson was encouraging her team, come on, let's go get more. Let's go get a third. And now they've gotten 4.
They had 2 goals in the first 17 minutes. And like you said, Steve, you could, in theory, get complacent. You don't want to do that, but it's natural as Villanova continues to try and break down this Mountain Hawk defense. But they get a goal in the 33rd from Cardo on a beautiful set of passing from this Wildcats team. Koch had the assist on that, and then the own goal coming in the 43rd. So that's 2 additional goals in a 10-minute span in the latter stages of the first half. Throw in Villanova. And potentially, if the Wildcats can maintain a lead like this, an opportunity to get some different players in as the game progresses. You still have a whole 45 minutes you got to continue to play through, but definitely an opportunity for Samara Zem and her staff to put people in some different spots, see how it all looks.
Reward some people that have worked very hard in practice, trying to see if they can earn some minutes.
Villanova has come out strong today on the Higgins Soccer Complex pitch and will have a 4-0 lead to show for it after 45 minutes on the main line. Well done by the Villanova Wildcats. We'll step aside and we'll come back for halftime coverage between Villanova and Lehigh here on YouTube.
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world-class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Right here is where you make things. But the most important things you make here are memories. At Freedom, we understand what every part of your home means to you. That's why we take such a personal approach to helping veterans. So while there are lots of workshops, this one's different because it's a workshop in the garage of a home that's all yours. The home that Freedom helped you get.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
K.O.P.
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo.
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
From a simple fall to game-changing moments. When life gets heavy and you are pushed to your limits, Rothman Orthopedics is here so you can enjoy what matters most. With expert doctors, cutting-edge technology, and personalized care for every patient, we help you find your rhythm again. Your mobility, our mission. Rothman Orthopedics.
Halftime from the Higgins Soccer Complex. 4-0 Villanova. A lot of goals to show you. Sam Cooperman and Steve Pannone with you. And let's get to the highlights, because if you're a Villanova Wildcats fan, you love that first 45 minutes.
Yeah. And here's Olivia Neal with a cross early on. That Curtin tried to get on the end. That was a nice touch at the outside of her right foot, just a little bit wide. And then Nelson got one in, and Curtin with a header just a little bit wide.
Yeah, and these first few opportunities, they came in the opening minutes. Villanova right out of the gates was the aggressor.
There's Cardo here. With a good outswinger. Little try to get on the end of that. This is Curtin's going to be goal. He's kept it low. Smart play there with all those bodies in front.
Yeah, that was the eventual breakthrough goal in the 15th minute. Hannah Curtin's third of the year, leading Villanova in scoring. And there'll be more Wildcat offense for sure.
Yeah, it's just quicker to the ball. You see it there. There's Nelson again, and she finds the back of that pretty much all on her own.
Her speed is lethal. That's her second for the freshman from Long Island. And Lehigh was trying to attack. It took him a while to get a shot on goal. That came from Summerhill, and Villanova was not done by any means.
This is there's Koch again trying to turn. Good defense from Lehigh there.
Yeah, this was the third. This was the best sequence of the day.
Yeah, Neal found Kaluch. Great run by Little. She goes across. Koch tries to get on the end of it, but it's going to be Cardo with the left foot. It's back in the net.
And Lehigh just trying to find something. They had a few instances where they were pressuring in the final third, but they really weren't able to break down that Villanova back line.
There's Koch turning. Good shot and just the own goal. But good turn by Koch.
And Lehigh, as they prepare for Patriot League play, they've been playing well of late, unbeaten their last three, but they've trailed for much of this one, and they've been on their heels throughout the first 45
Coach
minutes.
Calbreach can't be happy. Villanova's just been quicker to every ball. It's like they're not saying they're in quicksand, but it's just like they're a half step behind Villanova on all these 50-50 balls in terms of their clearance as well. So, credit Villanova, but Lehigh and Coach Calbreach can't be happy with the way they played in that first half.
We'll step back aside. Second half coming your way from the Higgins Soccer Complex.
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world-class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Right here is where you make things. But the most important things you make here are memories. At Freedom, we understand what every part of your home means to you. That's why we take such a personal approach to helping veterans. So while there are lots of workshops, this one's different because it's a workshop in the garage of a home that's all yours. The home that Freedom helped you get.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
K.O.P.
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo.
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
From a simple fall to game-changing moments. When life gets heavy and you are pushed to your limits, Rothman Orthopedics is here so you can enjoy what matters most. With expert doctors, cutting-edge technology, and personalized care for every patient, we help you find your rhythm again. Your mobility, our mission. Rothman Orthopedics.
Back to the Higgins Soccer Complex. Sam Cooperman and Steve Pannone with you as Villanova leads Lehigh 4-0 at the halfway point. Here are the stats. It has been one-sided on the pitch, and that has translated to the stat sheet.
You look at it, and it looks like a 4-0 score. When you see that, and you see 8 shots to 2, each team in the same. No corners in the game. A little bit surprising. You see a whole half of soccer without a corner. But Villanova's just controlled this game from start to finish. The midfield's been solid. Their back four has been outstanding. And then now they finished. They got the ball in the final third, and they found a way to get 4 goals across.
Let's take a look at what else is happening around the Big East. And one of the really big matchups to look at, a couple top 25 teams, Georgetown and South Carolina. And the Hoyas get it done 1-0 over the Gamecocks.
Yeah, it's a huge win for them at home. Obviously, for NCAA tournament purposes down the road, you get a quality win like that against a top 10 team. And you see some of the other scores. Monmouth with a 2-0 win over St. John's. Butler and Ball State tie. And NJIT beat Seton Hall.
Yeah, nice win for the Highlanders in that jersey-on-jersey battle. And all the teams in the Big East battling weather throughout this, what's been a rainy weekend, but it's been sunny skies and a lot of excellent play on the pitch here today for the Villanova
Whatever the
Wildcats.
weather is today, Samara Zem will book it for the rest of the season. Well, here Wildcats are playing.
Highest scoring output of the year for Villanova, 4-0 at the halfway point, and still another half of soccer to go. We'll see how it all shapes up. We're going to come right back for the second half between Villanova and Lehigh after this.
At Mainline Health, we make sure that heart care is heartfelt. From murmurs to heart valve disease, we listen, we treat, we innovate. It's where your health is held alongside your humanity, where cutting-edge clinical trials meet compassion, with expertise ranging from preventive to pioneering. Because human care listens to your heartbeat and who it beats for. So if the rhythm of life changes, turn to the place where world-class isn't just nearby. It's where human care has a home.
Right here is where you make things. But the most important things you make here are memories. At Freedom, we understand what every part of your home means to you. That's why we take such a personal approach to helping veterans. So while there are lots of workshops, this one's different because it's a workshop in the garage of a home that's all yours. The home that Freedom helped you get.
Okay, fam. Quick stop in Montgomery County, but we have to be at Grandma's by 5 p.m.
Do we have time to stop at the mall?
K.O.P.
Yes!
Do we have time to hit the slopes?
Skiing at Spring Mountain. Do we have time for Santa?
If we have time for wildlife at the zoo.
Do we have time for food?
I have a list of 1,800 restaurants.
Yum! Do we have time for an overnight?
I feel like we're forgetting something.
When you spend the holidays in Montgomery County, your other plans can wait.
Honey, call them again.
From a simple fall to game-changing moments. When life gets heavy and you are pushed to your limits, Rothman Orthopedics is here so you can enjoy what matters most. With expert doctors, cutting-edge technology, and personalized care for every patient, we help you find your rhythm again. Your mobility, our mission. Rothman Orthopedics.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin. Like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Doesn't that cloud look like a giraffe?
Yeah. And that one looks like a weird bird.
A puffin. Like our insurance mascot.
Speaking of the policy puffin, any update on our insurance claim?
No, not yet.
Some insurance companies are known for their mascots. At NJM, we're known for putting our policyholders first.
Want to put the tarp back up there?
I'll go get the ladder.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Back to the Higgins Soccer Complex. Sam Cooperman and Steve Pannone with you. Our crew today working on this beautiful Sunday. Dennis Smith, Mark Sante, Phil Morrison, and everybody back in the truck. What a day for Villanova as we look at the Patriot League poll. The Lehigh Mountain Hawks tied for 8th in the preseason poll in the Patriot League, and Bucknell had made the prior 3 NCAA tournaments out of the league before last year. Things had flipped, and Boston University was the representative of the Patriot League, and they're the first place in the preseason poll.
And the Wildcats just finished up at Bucknell last week with some of that 1-0 win they got. So they've taken on Bucknell. Now this Lehigh game up 4-0 at halftime.
And Bucknell will be the first team that Lehigh sees in a couple weeks when they start off their Patriot League schedule. And Mountain Hawks team that's pretty traditionally in the Patriot League tournament. That's their goal every year, as you would expect. And prior to not making it last year, they had made 3 consecutive league tournaments. So they're a quality team. And I think that even speaks more so to what Villanova's been able to do today. They've put up 4 first-half goals and have really dominated against a quality opponent.
Yeah, it's just sometimes you go on the road and you're just a half a step behind, it seems like. And Lehigh was that way from the outset. And credit Villanova, obviously, for the way they've played, the aggressiveness, the speed factor, I think, is shown in this game in the first half. It's just a little quicker to balls. You see the outside runners, the wingers have been able to beat some backs to balls and get some crosses off. And the Villanova's just played on the front foot the whole half. I think Samara Zem's going to be happy about that. They kept pressing, they kept pushing forward, and they kept looking to get chances, and they were able to get 4 in the net.
Goals from Curtin, Nelson, Cardo, and then an own goal was the 4th tally to put Villanova up by 4. And this is their highest scoring output since they beat Temple last year 4-0. And then you look at prior to that, you go back to 2019, they had a 5-1 win at Seton Hall. So this has been a real offensive explosion for the Villanova Wildcats. And they come out to start the second half. Olivia Marone, part of the unit that begins things for Villanova.
Yeah,
There'll be some different people in different spots.
I see Jaden Aronson on as well. We'll try to give you a rundown of who's on and who's off. Morgan Koch looks like she'll start the second half. Isabella Chukwu is out there as well. She'll start the second half. Raghunandanan's going to get an opportunity. She'll start. She played at the end of the first half as well. Olivia Neal's out there. 2 center backs look like they're the same. Meredith Palmer and Kate Dopsch.
So you mentioned Aronson, Steve. This will be her 2nd game played in her career.
I think she came out against George Mason when I was here last week.
Yeah. 1 of 5 in this freshman class. So she's going to start the second half here up top along with Koch and Chukwu. And as we expected coming into this, given how the last 3 have shaped up for Lehigh, they have switched goalies at halftime, and they had won those prior 3. Aria Mabry-Francis is in net for the Mountain Hawks, so new goalie alert for Lehigh. And again, that's just what they've been doing. Yeah. It's not an indictment of what has happened here today. You figured, given they've done it 3 in a row, they've won those 3, they probably were going to do that with Usujoglu getting the first.
It's
and
not like
Francis
I
the
don't want to feel like Usujoglu was pulled. This is what they've been doing.
So Aria Mabry-Francis, who had coming into this year, had only played in 2 games, is now playing in 4 in a row. Got to the foot of Chukwu, but cleared out of there by Lehigh.
Good job by Marone.
She found Neal, so not only did she get that out of harm's way, she recalibrated the Villanova attack. Neal throws in. As you mentioned, Raghu Nandanan will start the second at left back. Center backs remain the same, Palmer and Dopsch. Here is Dopsch, the Wake Forest grad transfer. Chukwu finds her again. And when you think about for this Villanova team, all the additions they made, it just seems like so many seamless fits. It's early, but the return has been really good from what they've gotten.
Yeah, we talked about that same, and last night we did the football game, and they talked about, too, that Villanova, the football has brought in some grad transfers, and how they're able to fit in so well. I think it speaks to the culture of the school.
Certainly a lot of that, and Pat McQuaid, the Villanova quarterback, was mentioning that, just the place that makes it so special in his post-game interview after the Wildcats win on the gridiron at Villanova Stadium.
Yeah, it's just the returning players, and we're talking about multiple sports now. It's just welcoming in new people, assimilating them to their teams, and making them feel welcome and comfortable, and they're able to play at their best when they're feeling comfortable.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Volleyball as well for Villanova. 5-0 start, first time since '09.
Congratulations to Josh Steinbach and his team.
Yeah, clean sweep of the Villanova Classic. As the Wildcats will be on the defensive here for just a moment. Neal heads it down and lets the defense get set.
And that's going to become so important with the transfer portal, such a big part of college athletics now, is, who can assimilate, who can get their group together the quickest and make them comfortable so they're playing at their highest level.
So Savannah Connor is in for Lehigh to start the second half, just kind of looking at their unit. Mostly their starters from the beginning of the game. Sonogo is in there defensively for them. Remember, there were a couple injuries they had there, so they've filled those spots. But outside of that, it's been most of their starting 11.
Yeah, Freeman Warren went off early and haven't seen her since.
Yeah, her and Summerhill, the two that were starters that aren't out there. Villanova in the 18. Could be trouble for Lehigh. Marone gets in there. Keeps the possession alive for Villanova for just a brief moment. Place for Liss.
Once again, the Wildcats forced them backwards. Not even really able to make any square passes. Everything's gone back towards the keeper.
Neal, she just jumps in there.
Yeah.
She's like a free safety.
Yeah, her anticipation skills are off the charts. She just reads the game so well. She anticipates passes coming her way, and she's a half step in front.
Her 6th season of college soccer, Olivia Neal began her career at Campbell, played 4 years there, and then has been here for the last couple. Last year played at left back. She shifted over to right back this year. Ricochets to Dopsch, and Hannah Dickinson will come out to get it. If Villanova can keep Lehigh off the board in this second half, that will be not only 4 consecutive wins, but 4 consecutive shutout wins for the Wildcats.
Yeah, we talked about over 300 minutes of clean sheets.
Yeah, so they'll be up near 400 minutes if this stays true on the scoreboard. And they're going to have some tough competition coming up. Thursday at Princeton. And Sunday, they'll go to Penn. It's a couple Ivy League teams.
Yeah, it was 313 minutes coming in, and it's add 50 to that. I'm not great at math, but I think that's 363. So we'd be over 400 if we could put up another clean sheet here in the next 40 minutes or so. And it's just talking about building a program. It's consistency, continue to stack wins, stack good play, stack minutes. And in year 4, Samara Zem's group has maybe found their rhythm.
Expectations were higher for this group. Highest they've been in the preseason poll since 2019 as Koch gives chase. Mayberry Francis diagonal for Forney. Villanova once again trying to force a bad pass. It'll roll back for Dopsch. Through to Palmer. And here's Neal at right back. Out of play. 52nd minute. At Villanova University. Lehigh Mountain Hawks trying to pick up their first goal of the day. Been playing their best soccer of the year. 3 straight unbeaten. Going 2-0-1 during that time, but ran into some trouble here early with 15th and 17th minute goals scored by Villanova and a couple more added before halftime. First touch from Okoro Dudu. She gets the start to begin the second half.
That's going to be over the touchline for a Villanova throw in.
Another Wildcat throw in. They're now with a 8 goals for, 2 goals against home margin so far for Villanova this year. They have played really well at the Higgins Soccer Complex.
Those 2 goals came late in the Michigan game.
Yeah, held a lead on the Wolverines.
It's our first corner of the game, Sam.
Yeah, either side.
Looks like Gabby Colucci will take it. See her jogging over to the corner flag.
So we'll see how Lehigh defends this with the new keeper, Mayberry Francis, in for the Mountain Hawks. As Colucci will drive this one. And sent a little high by Dopsch.
Yeah, low and short. Wildcats ran 4 or 5 players right to the goal line. Took defenders with him, and Dopsch able to get a foot to it.
Yeah, we'll look at it right here, but that was a quality look for them.
Yeah.
They handled this one pretty well.
Yeah. That's just came up a little bit on her shin. Wasn't able to get on top of that one.
The spot was good, just the bounce didn't quite work out. So no go. Marone has been all over the place to start this second half. It's just anytime Lehigh is trying to get a pass off, she is pressuring the ball.
That's her role in that midfield.
Place. At a New Canaan, Connecticut. Drives her way past Chukwu. Go right back to her. Had it for a good time, but Raghu Nandanan, another freshman, took it away.
Yeah, Wildcats with 3 freshmen out there now with Nelson, Aronson, and Raghunandanan.
Aronson had to wait for the pass. Chukwu had it for a moment, sticks with it. Chukwu looking for her first goal as a Wildcat. Back with it. Isabel Chukwu has been really productive for Villanova, still searching for that first point as a Wildcat. Sophomore who began her career last year at Brown. Koch. Koch has a little room. Chukwu crosses. And that got behind the defense and rolls out of play. That's another corner.
And almost another own goal there. I think that was Pluck who hit it. So Koch tried to get it, didn't get it, and it hits a Lehigh defender there. You see her reaction like, oh no. I think it was Pluck, number 8. Colucci with another corner.
Took one moments ago. Another low angling kick, and Got it on the foot of a teammate there. Nice job. Found Aronson.
Jaden Aronson probably didn't realize the time she had. Tried to one-time it, just hit it wide. You don't expect to have that much space in the box on a corner, especially where everyone's set defending.
Yeah, and there's still time for Lehigh to potentially mount a comeback, but that's why these experiences are so big, as Koch just misses the mark.
Yeah, she'll want that one back. She's too good a goal scorer to miss that one.
That developed in a hurry. Here's another look.
Yeah, just a giveaway right here. Good job by Aronson to get on top in the back there, and Koch just mixed it wide. Good job by the keeper to come out and shut down that angle a little bit on her.
Yeah, nearly grazed the outside of the post.
So credit maybe Francis for coming off her line.
57th minute. So Aria Mabry Francis boots it away on the goal kick. Trickles to Sinogo. Dobashevitz out of play.
I just looked down the other end. I saw Hannah Dickinson. She hasn't had much to do today. I'm sure she'll take it, as her teammates are making it light work for her so far.
He's only faced one shot on goal as Dickinson. Is just like that. Villanova, he's looking to create. Morgan Koch, she's been busy in this one. She sent that cross through, and she has an assist on the Cardo goal, which was the third for Villanova.
It looks like Hannah Curtin's going to come back on. And she'll see who she replaces. Probably be Koch, unless they want to go with two strikers. Try that as a little different lineup.
Aronson was trying to keep possession, but Lehigh claims it. Latini with a little room. Forney. Chukwu pressuring the ball. Place leaves that ahead. Sophia Liss in the vicinity. Crosses, and out of there from Dickinson. She gets off her line in a hurry.
A good communication there with Dobbs, or Palmer, I believe that was. I think Dickinson says, leave it here for me, I'm there. She makes the play.
And most of what a goalkeeper does not show up on the stat sheet in any way. It's that communication for your defense, and on a cross like that, being able to come out, catch it, and shut it down. Left ahead by Kaluch. That's a good ball. Koch, can she find any help? She does. Oh, Chukwu, she was right there. The timing just a smidge off.
Yeah, Koch, that second touch maybe a little bit longer than she wanted it to be, but she's able to run it down right there. That one got a little bit away from her, but she takes a good cross. Chuck was just unable to get through to that one.
Really productive outing from Koch. Will be Sierre looking for space. Dobashevitz. That's broken up by Dopsch.
And they'll play it back to the Neal, plays it back to the keeper. Well, Dickinson been a little bit more busy since I spoke.
And it looks like Villanova's got 3 ready to check in.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Little, Nelson, and Curtin.
So that's that starting front line. Laid up there by Neal. Sinogo. Mabry Francis. Forney. Place. Tries to find Latini, but Dopsch steps in. And Latini with, no, she didn't have the last touch. It's off Dopsch. Throw in Lehigh. Lehigh looking for their first of the day. They've had a few chances of late. And Dobashevitz angles it wide. So you mentioned the line of three.
Yeah, Gotch will go off. Chukwu will go off. And then Olivia Neal that went off. Be her first time off the pitch in a long time.
Yeah, they had Aronson playing up top before, but I'm not sure. I didn't see her go off, so we'll get that.
Looks like Gambardella's back on too. And she's on for Neal, so Neal will get a little rest.
Okay. So Gambardella at right back. She's primarily been the starting left back this year. Here is Aronson, showing her versatility.
They try to find Curtin. And there's Marone forcing another turnover.
Pick up from Kaluch. Little navigates to see a brown and white, but it's out off her. Villanova takes over. Nelson, nice touch. Curtin leaves it back and kicked out of there. But the Wildcats sticking with it. They go for Little. Off Labissiere, throw in Villanova. That's a handball.
Wow. Have a free kick right in front of their bench.
Villanova throw in here. It was Gambardella at that right back spot who drew the call, sealing off the area. Palmer able to stay on her feet as it's played to Dopsch.
Tried to swing it out wide to Nelson, didn't quite get there.
Really good touch. Latini. Oh, what a tackle. Raghunandanan.
She might have found herself a little bit out of position. She showed her makeup speed there, though. She got there, made a beautiful tackle. Put it out over the touchline. Good recovery speed from Raghunandanan.
Kayla Raghunandanan, her sister Maya, twin, on the Michigan Wolverines. They got to face each other in both of their first career games. Really cool experience back here. Both look like they're going to be contributors for their respective teams early. All the way to the line and kept in for the Wildcats. No, went out first. Throw in.
Good job by Aronson there, because she's using her body to shield off the Lehigh defender, create another throw-in.
And it's a A crowded field. We've talked about how many different people on this Villanova team have really impressed early on, especially in the attacking area.
Flag is up. Curtin just a half step too quick.
You look at someone like Aronson. I mean, she certainly could factor in there, and got a couple games of experience now for the rookie. Showing some good things today. Curtin on the ball, trying to force some havoc. Did just that. Kaluch. Little. Tries to cut back in. It's loose in front after the save by Mabry Francis and a whistle. They shut it down. Villanova once again attacking, and they get another quality run.
Yeah, I think they're going to call a foul on Jaden Aronson. But a good aggressive play here. Look at Little. She gets all the way to the 6-yard box almost with a good step over fake touch there. And there you see Aronson coming in right here. Just mishits it. And they call the foul on her.
Yeah, certainly, I'd say a close call there one way or the other. Place trying to play that ball, bumping into her. Villanova once again in those passing lanes. Gambardella. After she snares it, crosses. Mabry Francis reels it in.
And Nelson was lurking at that back post. If it went over the head of Mabry Francis, she was right there.
Taya Gambardella, another first-year player who has had an everyday role for Villanova. She's started all of their 6 games so far.
We talked about stacking wins and stacking minutes, and it's part of the stacking recruiting classes as well. And it looks like this is a quality freshman class for sure. There's a lot of them getting very valuable minutes on a team that's having success.
I mean, you look at this group, you get 5 freshmen in this class as well as 4 transfers, and feels like everybody has found a role within that framework. Avery Nelson, a couple early goals this season.
Yeah, I think that's the ideal way to do it is continue to recruit quality high school players. And then when you have an area of short or need, I would say, and go out to the transfer market and get an experienced player that can fit right in, that doesn't have maybe the growing pains that a freshman might have because they've had collegiate experience.
Yeah, it's 3 of those 5, and Gambardella, Raghunandanan. And Nelson seeing some early time this year. Kaluch. Out of play. Throw in for Villanova.
Maybe Cardo going to come back on, I think.
And what a season she's having.
Yeah, they're going to give Gabby Kaluch a little bit of a rest.
Cardo with her 2nd goal of the season, ended of her career.
Yeah, Malia's played very well today.
Yeah, she's stepped into a center midfield role this year for Villanova. And she's produced. Foul called against the Wildcats. Elliot Forney out of Central Bucks High School. Junior center back will take the kick. Leaves it up. And that'll trickle out. And it'll be a corner for the Mountain Hawks, their first of the day. Cat Pluck.
An opportunity for a set piece here for the Mountain Hawks. Pluck will try to get this into the box.
70th minute here. Lehigh looking for its first of the day. 4-0 lead is stood since halftime for Villanova. Good kick. Punched down by Dickinson.
That was a good play by Dickinson. There was a lot of bodies around her. It's a good job by Aronson to run it down. She looks nice ball from Aronson.
Yeah, she starts the counter, and now Villanova's got numbers. They wanted to get the through ball ahead with Nelson on the move.
Yeah, I thought Nelson had maybe a half a step. They could have got it to her with her pace. She could have went one-on-one with the keeper.
That was a good corner by Pluck, just a better play by Dickinson.
Yeah, and a good job. That punch out led to the counter.
And that's the difference having a keeper like that can make for you. Truly defense to offense.
I think the Wildcats are going to go to another sub.
And you figure with the score looking the way that it does, over these final 20, there's going to be a lot more where that came from both sides. Lehigh, opportunity to attack. Sparua up there at striker. She had the best chance at it. Mabry Francis, she came on to start the second half. She's been the second half goalkeeper the last 4. Forney. Latini, they go around the horn here. Wojciechowski tried to thread that through, cleared away. Wanted to find Lola Wojciechowski, first-year player for the Mountain Hawks. Raghunandanan defends as Liss tried to draw it for her team.
Good job by Raghunandanan not to give up on that. Now gives up the throw in instead of the corner.
You know, Liss was hoping that would go across the goal line for a corner, but Raghunandanan played it well. And there's Dickinson. Just darts in there.
You can hear her yell keeper. She was quick off her line to scoop that up. She'll let everyone reset.
Senior from Seattle, Washington. Second year here after beginning her career at USC. Starting keeper for some really good Trojans teams. And here at Villanova, she's in her second year as a starter and a leader on this team. 73rd. Shots 11-3 favoring Villanova. Labissiere ends up with Liss. Tries to cross, and Dickinson the catch. Little tried to settle it, draws a whistle.
Recover, let's go.
Free kick. And that'll go long. That could have been dangerous there for Lehigh, but it'll be a goal kick.
Wildcats will get some of those subs into the game. See if we can get all 3 of them for you.
I got 2 of the 3, Erie Omatayo and Caroline Graham. That was eye test, so see.
That's Sophia Miller, maybe? It looked like 29 coming on. She's there tying her shoe.
Yeah, that is Miller. You know, Matayo is in now at center back.
And Meredith Palmer gets a well-deserved break. This is Graham.
So we got all 3, Steve. We worked through it, but we got them.
Now you want to give these players their opportunity because they've obviously worked hard in practice, deserve some minutes, and now there's their opportunity to go out there and show coaches them she made a good choice by giving them this opportunity.
Yeah, and you don't know when their number is going to be called. You always stay ready. This Wildcats team is doing just that.
Yeah, God forbid an injury or something occurs, it's the next person up.
And Omatayo, an experienced player.
Yes, she's played a lot in her first couple of years.
She started the bulk of the games that she's played. 38th career cap for the junior from Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah, that's a really nice experienced player you have coming off your bench.
You just have two center backs in Dopsch and Palmer who have just been so good this year. There just hasn't been room for anyone else over there. And Omatayo finding her way in, third appearance of the year for her. Sanogo. McCallum was pressured. Gets it through to Labissiere, but stepped in, did Omatayo. She comes in, fresh legs, immediately makes a play.
Aronson with a nice ball.
Beautiful ball. Maybury Francis kicks it away in the nick of time. Curtin was charging in.
Yeah, outstanding job by Maybury Francis. We have to be alert. She saw that ball going through. She saw Curtin's going to be the first one to it. She comes off her line and is able to clear it.
And as Lehigh gets ready for Patriot League play, you best believe they're taking note of plays like that from their junior keeper.
Look at there. Good, well outside the 18-yard box.
It's one of those that is a slow roller. You obviously have to approach it. You can't just be a sitting duck back there on the goal line, but you approach it, it rolls slow, and all of a sudden you're outside the 18. You can't use your hands. Maybury Francis made the most of that. Villanova still attacking. Shot off the hands of Maybury Francis, trying to punch it over the bar, but she ultimately makes the catch and the save. Well done. A couple big plays from Aria Maybury Francis.
It's funny, I was just about to say it from I haven't watched all the games that Lehigh's played, but she looks like clearly the number one keeper on this team. Now, I know they've been splitting games in half and half, but from what I've seen in the 30 minutes or so that she's been out there, she's done an outstanding job.
And Alex Little, so close. She was looking for her first of the year, nearly had it. And she's just been right in the middle of so many of these scoring opportunities. She has 2 assists, one of them today. And that was everything but the back of the net. Place. Serves one in. Latini. Barua is filling the middle. Can they get it to her? And offline from Lola Wojciechowski.
Some good possession there from Lehigh and a decent opportunity.
'78th minute turns 79th. Villanova looking for a 4th consecutive win and 4th straight clean sheet. Wildcats have another sub ready. Belted away by Hannah Dickinson. That's a strong foot from her. And accurate as well.
Miller got a head on it, but over the sideline.
Barua. Forney. That hit Gambardella, but she retreats to get back to her spot. McCallum in a 1v1. Omatayo there to challenge her. And she forced her maybe to rush that cross.
Yeah, and over the byline for a goal kick. The Wildcats going to a couple more subs.
And that will include a goalkeeping sub.
Hannah Dickinson will come off for the first time this year.
So if the score holds up, it'll go down as a combined shutout. Dickinson will take that just fine. She'll take a rest for the final 11.
I think that's Allie Vincent getting an opportunity.
Yeah, that neon on white, not great for number reading.
Makes it tough on the play-by-play guy.
Yep. Sent in, and Forney will play it wide. Yeah, and that is Vincent. Out of Milford, Connecticut.
I went out on a limb. I better get that one right.
Well, the problem you run into,
it's double,
Steve,
0, and 50 of the other two keepers.
Yeah.
So I saw a 0, and I think I got a good look at it.
Yeah, there's 4 keepers on the roster. You have 00, 30, and 50. So
the 0 didn't help.
Yeah, if you see that second number, you really have no way of making an educated guess. But it is Vincent Jr. in her 2nd career game played. Good to see her out there, and Dickinson wasn't challenged much, but she did her job with the Wildcats keeping this 4-0 lead. Pressuring the ball still. And that's coming our way. Not quite enough on it to get to us.
I had it for you.
You did?
You were safe, partner. I was ready.
Thank you. Thank you. Push on Curtin.
Miller with a good throw there. Looks like one of the Lehigh players is cramping up here on the sideline.
So Paniccioni came back in before for Villanova, took out Aronson. And take a look at the last sequence.
That was Page Place. Got some cramping. Going to stop the clock here.
And we'll see if just going to let the players do the stretching or if somebody's coming out.
I think they held the trainer off. The trainer was starting and they kind of waved her back.
Makes sense. Villanova takes this opportunity to huddle up. Wildcats 2 on the road, but short road trips, Princeton and Penn, before they're back here for the conference opener against Seton Hall. Not this coming Saturday, but the one after.
You see Place there kind of trying to walk it off.
Lehigh looking for a goal here in the final 10. Been outshot 12-4. Shots on goal 6-1. Goals from Curtin, Nelson, Cardo, and an own goal. Villanova up 4-0. Dakota Russell. That's Villanova ball. And Villanova making noise for Des Zapata, sophomore from Dover, Delaware. Her first career appearance.
She's a fan favorite. And I think Becca Miller's coming on as well. We don't want her to get overshadowed. There's Becca there with a head on that one.
Junior out of Henderson High School in Westchester, PA. 7th career appearance for her. Paniccioni, the transfer from Santa Clara. She's been a starter for Villanova. She had just returned to the match moments ago. Latini plays it back. Sinogo. And McCallum was able to wedge it over. Lehigh trying to get another scoring opportunity. They've looked better in the second half. Nice idea from Barua. And Wojciechowski leaves it. LaBissiere from distance. And routine save for Allie Vincent. That's the first of her career.
Yeah, I don't know if it's routine when it's your first. So it was coming at her. She did a good job. Had her hands out in front. And a nice job by Allie Vincent to get her first career save.
Villanova with the goalkeeping change a few minutes ago with the score looking the way that it does. Vincent pops the punt across midfield. Here's Zapata. Her teammates very much engaged. You see what she does. That was a good ball.
Really good ball. Graham almost got on the end of that.
She put that right on Graham. Oh, Matayo was pressuring there. And Zapata forced that. Comes right back to her. Tries to cross. And it's just off schedule.
All the way across goal.
The energy is not waned from this Wildcats team.
And that's what you want to see from some of your younger players. They don't get an opportunity. Kate Dops is going to go off. And Meredith Palmer will come back on.
So one of those two starting center backs staying out there. They'll let Dopsch rest for what you presume the final 7.5. And after Palmer took a breather, she'll slide over to Dopsch's spot. That left side center.
A little Matayo back there. It gives you a third center back if needed. So good experienced group back there.
Villanova possession. Cardo, who has a goal today, leaves it. Miller. Keeper Mayberry Francis. It's a pretty strong foot from her. Didn't have a lot of time. Miller was walking the tightrope.
Yeah, she really was. Good job by Sophia Miller, since we have Becca Miller out there as well.
Ball ahead. They got Barua. Barua in a 1v1. Makes her inside move, and that's blocked on the way in. Well done.
I think that's Palmer once again. She's always in the right spot.
The Wildcats preserving the clean sheet. Graham, the Wildcat pickup. Looking to get another strong run in here. Zapata weaves through, body down to the ground, and that's a foul and a free kick.
See Zapata with that knee sleeve on. So then it's an easy call for the officials.
Foul on Savannah Connor, and you see that shifty move there that Zapata put on.
Yep. Head referee found that one easy to call.
Malia Cardo, part of the Villanova contingent. And it looks like Gabby Andres, I didn't see when she came on, but she's on to take the kick.
Good left foot, just a little bit too much on it. She's a little excited to be out there. A little too much adrenaline in that one.
Senior from Virginia. First game played this year, 11th in her career. Here in the 85th. Yeah, I didn't see when Andres came in.
I did not.
She had taken Gambardella's spot in the 80th, and we just never saw it. Meanwhile, Lehigh looking for something. It's a beautiful stop by Palmer. She has been terrific.
Really has. If they can end up with a clean sheet, she's a big part of it.
Lehigh trying to break that up, with Villanova in position for a fourth consecutive scoreless win to move to 4-2. With 2 remaining games in non-conference play before they start off the Big East gauntlet. Cardo twisted down, trying to keep it on her foot, but it's won by Latini, and she throws her down at the end of it.
No call.
And maybe she just lost her footing there. She was spinning around. Lehigh picks it up. They get things organized here in the 87th.
No, too much pace. Oh, no, I didn't see that player. Good job.
It's Russell.
I missed Russell out wide there.
And a short hop save for Vincent, her second since coming in.
And Vincent, right place. Well positioned there in the middle of the net. Able to handle that pretty easily.
It's a shot from Wojciechowski for Lehigh, and Barua, inside track, gets a shot off and denied. Corner coming.
That was either Omatayo or the keeper. I'm not sure who got it.
Was about to say the very same. We'll get an answer here. They were both in position. Really nice ball, Barua. Palmer.
That's going to be Omatayo with the same.
And Omatayo, yeah, I think that was going to go wide of goal, but you never know. And Omatayo, right place. Corner coming for the Mountain Hawks.
The Wildcats trying to withstand these last 3 minutes.
Cat pluck. Elevates it. Headed down and pushed out of there by Vincent. I think that hit Barua on the goal line.
What a
Lehigh
save.
nearly had it.
Credit Allie Vincent with a fine save there. Good reaction. This is a short-range shot from about inside the 6-yard box. No, it's a little bit outside, but a good reaction there. Wildcats will get a chance here with a goal kick to regroup a little bit, as Lehigh is providing a lot of pressure here in the last 5 minutes or so.
That's 3 saves for Vincent. So she has come in and she's been
quite busy.
Yes.
And right up and up to the challenge. Happy for her, just making her second appearance, I think we said, and her first save. Now she has 3.
That header came from Savannah Connor.
Lost her footing on that goal kick.
Barua trying to get by Omatayo. Headed by Palmer. Attempts to keep it in. It does.
No, they're going to signal a corner.
And another corner, or no, throw in here. Avoid the corner.
Yeah. No, so that was a great job by Palmer to avoid that corner.
Nobody there on the centering pass. Paniccioni with the clearance all the way downfield. 89th minute. Lehigh looking for one last gasp before this one concludes. Mountain Hawks have been forcing the issue here in these last few minutes, but they've not been able to break through. Final minute here. Russell blocked from the outside. Omatayo was there. Back with Russell. Spin, nothing going. Wojciechowski puts one really close, but it's just a little high.
Just over the bar. It was
accurate.
dipping too as it went towards the bar, but it just stayed above it.
Yeah, if that's a little lower, keeper's not saving it.
It's a really good strike, and it's dipping at the end, but just doesn't quite come down enough. See it there, over the bar. Now Vincent can take her time here and use up a few of these precious seconds that are remaining.
Lehigh looking for one more for the road. And they will not get it. Villanova with a 4th consecutive shutout and a 4th straight win. The Wildcats move to 4-2 behind an explosive offensive effort.
A really well-played game by Villanova. Now over 400 minutes without giving up a goal. And credit some of the players that came off the bench here. Allie Vincent in goal. Omatayo had a nice job in the back, but Meredith Palmer, to me, the player of the match. Defensively, she was outstanding. Obviously, the 4 goals are huge, but I just thought Palmer settled everything in the back, and 4 in a row, clean sheets.
No argument here. Goals from Curtin, Nelson, Cardo, and an own goal. Koch and Little with assists. Villanova with its margin at home, 8 goals for, 2 goals against. The Wildcats put forth a dominant effort, and they win over the visiting Lehigh Mountain Hawks here on this Sunday in early September. So nice work for Villanova as the Wildcats get the win. Villanova women's soccer will next be back here when Big East play starts. That's Saturday the 20th against the Seton Hall Pirates. For our entire team, Dennis Smith, Mark Sante, Phil Morrison, everybody back in the truck, and my partner Steve Padone, Sam Cooperman saying so long and good night from Villanova. 4-0 Wildcats the final. Villanova moves to 4-2 with the win. Have a great night, everybody.
Villanova's back at home on September 20th against Seton Hall for Senior Day at 4 p.m. We thank you for attending today's game. Please arrive home safe.